Welcome to the Lunar Sea Spire Steven Universe fan podcast. Today, this is episode 67, and we'll be talking about Message Received. I'm Sophia.
I'm GC13.
I'm Ken.
Man, they just keep getting bigger, don't they?
Oh, they are only going up. I thought it was hyped after the end of the last episode, and now it's just
Hearing Peridot call Yellow Diamond a clod was one of the most satisfying things I have ever seen on television.
Oh my, I was just screaming. I was like, you know that gif of like the burn gif where like the one guy's just standing all smug as everyone around him's like, oh, that was me.
Yeah, I think a lot of us had been hoping that would happen at some point, and it happened in Yellow Diamond's first appearance, no less.
That neck game, though.
Yeah, that was a pretty OP neck.
If I'm going to be honest, I don't really like that aspect of her design. Her design is really good, by the way, but the neck is a little bit off-putting to me.
The neck kind of kills it for me.
The proportions were a little weird.
Yeah, she looks really strange. She's a big girl, though.
Yeah, massive, like 3 pearls tall.
I mean, yeah, assuming assuming her pearl is the same height as ours, that would make her about Sardonyx's height, just as a single gem. I mean, no wonder Peridot looks up to Yellow Diamond. She can't help it.
I get it. Yeah, but her face especially, I really, really love the design for her face. It's very, like, elegant, but still intimidating.
I mean, people for a long time have been doing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure drawings for Yellow Diamond, and I swear I cannot distinguish between what we got and the fan art based on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
It's good. Part 4 comes out next year. What? Or this year, I guess, now.
And nothing has brought me greater just joy than Yellow Diamond's face after being called a clod. She's... It was so absurd. I was just...
So how many corpses do you think Yellow Diamond is going to send to kick Peridot's butt?
Yeah, that's great. I was like, nice job, Peridot. Yeah, you think she's gonna just stand by, let that disrespect go unpunished?
Ooh. Yeah, Peridot's in trouble now.
I do have one complaint, though. And I think that, like, Peridot's sudden insolence was really unexpected.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, she spent the entire earlier part of the episode being like, Yellow Diamond is the epitome of perfection, and then...
You know, I think it makes sense, because, you see, when she's doing after Steven traps her in the truck, she's talking about how, she has this plan, and, we don't know it at the time, but after you watch it with the benefit of knowing what her plan was, she's very clearly trying to say that all I have to do is tell Yellow Diamond that the Earth is much more useful, and, she'll save us from the cluster. We won't have to do a thing.
That was my initial interpretation, but immediately after she got locked in, she says that it's like a waste to use the Earth as it currently is, and it makes logical sense to transform it into what we saw in the previous episode. So if she truly believes that to be the case, then the plan that she was talking about with Yellow Diamond to just keep the Earth as it is, that is a direct contradiction to what she said only like 5 minutes previous, and there was no argument made by Steven or any of the other crystal gems to her that would change her mind during that period. So it really did feel very unnatural to me.
Well, remember, she's not going in between it being a normal colony and it being left alone with human society intact. She's only now considering, do I leave it this way or do I blow the whole thing up? And as an interesting aside, she said it's not worth losing the Earth just for one geoweapon. So I think we pretty clearly have, if not other clusters, then things roughly equivalent to them.
Yeah, I think Yellow Diamond's reason for blowing up the Earth was purely out of spite.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what's really interesting? You know how Blue Diamond was the diamond in charge of Earth, and the glass, the glass around the dome at the top of that diamond base was blue tinted? The glass in Yellow Diamond's base was pink tinted.
I didn't notice that at all. If we're going to be talking about the pink diamond theory, I have an updated version, which I think better fits, because after those INJQ tweets and kind of some more view of what the diamonds actually look like, I really think that Rose was not Pink Diamond. And so I'm obviously totally cool being proven wrong here, but I think the actual situation was that Rose served under Pink Diamond. And this is, of course, very obvious. She's pink. And if you look on the diamond symbol that has the 4 symbols, including pink diamond, white diamond is on the top, and white diamond's gem is on her forehead. And then both blue diamond and yellow diamond have the gems on their chests, which is in the middle, and then pink diamond's on the bottom, which corresponds with Rose's gem placement. But I think that's because Rose just served under Pink Diamond and not that she actually was Pink Diamond. I think that the deal with Pink Diamond is that she died in the war.
Okay, and you mentioned the placement of the gems, so I'm just going to mention this because a whole bunch of people are mentioning this. They noticed how both yellow and blue diamond have their gems in their chest, and that's where their pearls had their gems as well. And since we know white diamond's gem is in her forehead, we're like, well, is our pearl white diamond's pearl?
Yes, definitely.
Interesting. So a lot of people are pointing that out. I'm not sure. Pink diamond theory is really in a state of flux right now. I swear they're not showing her to us for a reason, and it's not just to yank the carpet out from under our feet. There are all sorts of narrative reasons that make me still think that it was probably Rose, but even if it wasn't Rose, I don't think anybody's going to deny that Rose would have been very significant to Pink Diamond.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps the equilateral triangle would denote a champion of Pink Diamond, because we've never seen another gem bearing a triangle, so that maybe, I don't know.
It's just, things are just not adding up, and it's making me more and more curious.
So yeah, a lot of people are calling Pink Diamond Theory dead. I say it still has a lot going for it, but it's in a very interesting time right now.
There's things coming in, there's things challenging it, like no theory is explaining everything yet.
Yeah, I think at one point we're going to have a new episode and it's going to have some game-changing information, but until then we got to make do. Just so I don't forget it, after they think Peridot has betrayed them, well, I guess technically she has betrayed them, but Peridot doesn't think of it that way. When Amethyst is talking about, I'll take back all my cool nicknames, say goodbye to these two good ones. But the way she's like, I'm too bad, I'll think of one later. And it's like, that made me think of Jake from Adventure Time.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison, but Amethyst is just great this episode. Like, I lost it when she turns into a helicopter. She's like, get in!
Get to the chopper!
Get in! It's like just...
That face, though.
Yeah!
Everyone had really intense faces this episode.
Yeah! Who boarded this episode? I must know.
Raven and Paul. Raven Mollisi and Paul Villico.
Yeah, we haven't been talking about the boarders this week. I guess we'll talk about that on Sunday, along with the ratings or whatever.
Yeah, ratings not looking so good, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm hoping today did well. I mean, not only does the episode deserve it, but it is Thursday, which is the normal premiere day, and it's usually when ratings are best. So, yeah, we were talking, we mentioned earlier how it seemed like Yellow Diamond, though, had a really personal stake in seeing the Earth destroyed. And that's when I mentioned that maybe she is currently in a Pink Diamond outpost based on, if the tint on the glass even means anything. Also, interesting aside, there's like an asteroid field around that base. But why would Pink Diamond, or why would Yellow Diamond have such an animosity towards the Earth?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's also interesting that she was clearly not all that interested in the cluster. Like, she was happy to have it, but it wasn't something that she was, like, dying for. She seemed pretty apathetic towards it.
She makes it clear, I want my cluster, but more importantly than that, I want that planet to die. I mean, just because Jasper was certain the Yellow Diamond would be very interested in Steven. Well, it appears that it was not because of his hybrid nature, it's because that's Rose. So, I mean, she could be a former Diamond, and that's why she cares. She could have killed a Diamond, and that would be why she would care. But if the Diamonds are the progenitor gems, then...
Who made the Diamonds?
If a Diamond's dead, they're dead. You can't just make a new one, or at least I don't think that the surviving Diamonds would do it. I mean, they lost Pink Diamond, and they never made a fourth to take back over. So, I'm assuming that the other two Diamonds are alive and active. Either that or Yellow Diamond's been pulling the wool over the homeworld's eyes for thousands of years now.
Do you think that all the diamonds are created equal?
Well, Peridot certainly doesn't think that they are, but we have no reason to think that they're not. I mean, people have always been like, oh, maybe Yellow Diamond's the research specialist and someone else could be the war person. I never bought into that. They're just the leaders.
Yeah, I think they just have different sections. Like you get this range of galaxies or star systems. Like it's just split into little pie slices in the universe.
Yeah, like the Roman Empire was later. They had an emperor for each empire, or each half of the empire.
It's not like a council where everyone has their own specific jobs. Yeah, Peridot thinking Yellow Diamond was the best is definitely a bias. Like, we can't really use her praise as solid evidence as who's the highest ranking.
Yeah, but can you imagine Peridot's shock? I mean, Peridot's been there to Earth. She's seen the value of the Earth, and she's like, well, the diamonds are at least as smart as me. By definition, no diamond can ever be deficient compared to another gem. So, and the diamond's like, no, I don't care about Earth. At first, she's like, no, you're not just thinking clearly. And then she's like, oh, you what?
I'm still not convinced that Peridot actually believes that's the most rational choice. I think she just decided to side with the crystal gems, like, towards the beginning of that conversation, because she realized the error of her ways or something. It seemed really forced and out of character to me, but that's the only thing that seems consistent to me, because, like I said, 5 minutes earlier, she was saying the exact opposite of that.
I think she kind of got stuck in a loop. Like, you ever have something like that where you're talking with someone and then you'd suddenly be arguing and then suddenly you're screaming at each other and you have no idea how it got to that point?
Yeah.
Like, and especially because Peridot's in a very panic situation and Yellow Diamond is in the middle of something.
I think we had my favorite line in the series so far. Can one of you take this? Why? Because it could be remotely detonated.
And then Pearl and Amethyst playing hot potato with a bomb. And then
That was
Steven,
really
bubbles
funny.
it and Garnet just punches it into the sky.
And it's still a huge explosion.
Yeah, that had a pretty high yield.
Yeah,
We're talking
it would have
artillery
easily
shell
killed
here.
them all.
I mean, yeah, that was a lot of boom for a communicator.
Well, it has to have a lot. Imagine how much energy is.
Yeah, real-time communication across galaxies. But how cold was Yellow Diamond? I mean, because you have Yellow Diamond's Pearl trying to blow Peridot off, and Yellow Diamond's like, no, she wants to talk to a diamond. Then
Best
she's going to talk to a
character.
diamond. Let's do this right now.
I loved how Yellow Diamond's putting down Peridot and she just slides in. Like she's wearing Heelys or something.
I liked her at the beginning. It's like, oh, we don't care. We don't have to. We're the home world.
And I love how it's still Dee Dee Magno Hall, Pearl's voice actress, but really nasally.
Mm-hmm.
I
A wondering dingy.
She looks like a lemon. She looks like Lemon Grab.
That was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, Yellow Diamond's like, no, she called me. I'm going to talk to her, and she ain't going to like it. She ain't going to like it what happens when I send that ship.
And Yellow Diamond, I am kind of appreciative that she is busy. Like, she is doing things. She's not just some ruler making other gems do all the work. Like, she's an administrator. She's the CEO of Gem Empire.
Yeah, CEO is a really good term to describe her. A lot of fan art described her, or depicted her, as businessy, and I think they nailed it. I mean, she's kind of got the skirt, suit, high heels thing going on. And she's got that all business demeanor.
To be honest, though, she doesn't need any extra high heel added height there.
Yeah, she's like, I've been using the phrase big girl a lot this Steven Baum, but she is. I wonder if the Diamonds have their own basketball team. Can you have 4-man basketball?
I guess they could.
Ooh, but yeah, Yellow Diamond, aside from that neck, I really like what we got.
I like just the be advised.
I'll also say that I am a little bit disappointed in her personality. I didn't quite like that she was so petty. I thought it would be cool if she was really, really calm, infuriatingly calm. Like the dude from Hunger Games, whatever that villain's name was.
Snow?
Yeah.
She was pretty calm at first. It was only after Peridot started acting way above her station.
Yeah, I agree.
That she started getting cheesed. She's not unflappable, but she has, I just don't think she's used to being questioned like that.
Yeah. Again, just like kind of last episode, it makes sense. And I'm not even saying I'm that bothered by this. I'm not. It's like a very nitpicky type thing. But I mean, I would have liked it better if she was unflappable.
It wouldn't have worked that way because Peridot needed to have been proven wrong that Yellow Diamond is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very important thing for her to learn. And that was a good way for her to learn it.
Just, again, one geoweapon. It's not worth losing a planet this cool for one cluster. Think about that.
Wait, question. Good. How did Peridot get out of the truck?
she tore the door off its hinges at one point, but she could have just rolled the window down and opened it. I'm guessing that she used leverage somehow, because, maybe that was the joke. She used logic, but not the kind of logic a human would use.
I still can't believe Amethyst turned into a helicopter.
I still can't believe Amethyst is Jake.
No, but she was... I didn't even know how it even
They both shapeshift. I mean, all that's wrong is the color.
For about 5 to 10 seconds, I was legit thinking that we were going to have a shrink down and go into Peridot's body episode.
Oh my, yeah. Have you seen all those jokes about how this isn't a true American cartoon until someone's shrunk down and, gone into someone else's body? Every American cartoon has hit at least one episode that's like that.
Yeah, apparently the Crewniverse was, joking about that on Twitter or something.
So I can think of, the Mighty Bee and, Teen Titans off the top of my head. And there's definitely others.
Codename Kids Next Door did it, I know that.
Rugrats, yeah, basically every show. I can't think of one that hasn't.
SpongeBob did it.
Hey Arnold didn't, I guess.
For a second, I thought that Steven was going to poof Peridot.
Yeah, would have been crushing her from behind the same way. I was open to that possibility.
Yeah, and he's shown some super strength before. And so Peridot's gonna poof and it's me like, oh god. First blood.
So do you think that we'll get a new theme song right away, or do you think we'll have to wait a while?
We might have to wait.
I hope right away.
Especially since we just had a new one.
Yeah, but you never have too many theme songs.
I don't know, I like the new theme song, and I still remember just the excitement of coming home. My first Steven Bomb, I wasn't here for the first one, I was here for the second one. I come home, and I'm like, I need to watch the episode, and I'm just like, there's a new theme song too? Because I had nothing spoiled.
OMG!
It was such a pure, happy moment in my life, and it was 4 months ago.
Last call on comments about message received, because we got one more episode coming up tomorrow.
Okay, so I think the way that Peridot turned the gem the communication gem, you could have contacted any of the diamonds depending on how you turned it.
Yeah, it probably determined. I've been thinking about that, and I assume it's whichever face was facing somebody, it goes with that.
Also, we can assume that Jasper serves Yellow Diamond.
Oh, she's got the yellow diamond on her uniform.
But what diamond do you think Amethyst would have served if she had not been?
Probably blue, assuming Blue Diamond was still militarily in control of Earth at the time.
Yeah, she does have the chest gem placement. Although, for the rubies, they had the shoulder, and there were some Jaspers.
Jasper's got hers in the nose, Peridot's in the forehead. I don't think gem placement matters for the really low soldiers. I think they just choose a pearl with a... Well, we don't even know. We've only seen the two.
Yeah, and I mean, Peridot serves Yellow Diamond, and hers is on the forehead.
So, yeah, I don't think it matters for the rank and file. I think it's only for the really close, entourage there. Because remember, Sapphire was in Blue Diamond's court, and she has a gem on her hand.
Lapis, she probably serves under Blue Diamond because, she's just blue.
Yeah, well, she was at that court scene as well.
Yeah.
Or at least it was another Lapis Lazuli with a gem on her back. Can't be for sure that it's our Lapis, but, just narratively, what do you think?
I didn't think it was, but...
Since the gem placement is unique, or at least moderately unique, I think it might be our Lapis. I mean, why wouldn't...
Probably.
Lapis obviously has been on Earth. She's on Earth for a reason. She's seen Earth, and she knows what Earth is, and she has a history with Earth, so it makes sense that she would be in the court, and it's kind of like a little Easter egg that the Crewniverse would leave for us. It'd be something they do.
Pretty big Easter egg. I don't know. I think my favorite is still Dr. Maheshwar and the gem.
Okay.
It's my favorite Easter egg.
My favorite line in this episode, or at least really one of the top ones, is Pearl. Not all pearls know each other.
That was a good one too.
That was so good. They all look at her and she's like...
Oh my rose, Steven, stop being so gemist.
Yeah.
We thank you all for listening. Tomorrow we will be talking about log date 715.2. Until then, I'm GC13.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Ken.
Leave us a review on iTunes.
Thank you. Our opening and closing music is by James Roach. For more Steven Universe fan-related content, please visit lunarseaspire.com. Thank you for listening.